Today is Monday, July 27th, 2015, and today's rant will be on Hillary Clinton and climate change, or as I will probably put down, HRC and climate change. Now, today or over the weekend, Hillary came out with some type of statement that she's doubling down, as we would say, on climate change, indicating that in the first term of her administration that there will be 500 million new solar panels installed in the United States. Clearly indicated, and she has clearly indicated that she understands what is going on with global climate change, and she wants to be aggressive, progressive in finding solutions to solve that. And she indicated that she will have a lot more in terms of policies, in terms of renewable energy and global climate change in the months to come. But remember, 500 million solar panels is an extraordinary amount. There might be a good chance that that would happen even without her being in the White House. But it could it possibly be that there will be an increase of that amount because she is in the White House in terms of what her policies will be? I'd like to think that could be the case. Now, in conjunction with that, over the weekend or just today, 13 major corporations pledged to put in, I believe it was 140 billion, with a B, underlining B, billion, in renewable energy sources. They didn't give a time frame, but it will be in a short time frame, I believe. Google, Coca-Cola, Alcoa, General Motors, Walmart, Berkshire Hathaway, Microsoft. Now, one of the things, and there was Bank of America, I believe Goldman Sachs also. Now remember, with Berkshire Hathaway, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, that part of that is that they are going to set aside money to aggressively look at investments in renewable energy and other types of things that will help with global climate change. So all of that is a tremendous positive. And as of right now, that's a tremendous positive for Hillary, because not one, outside of Lindsey Graham, who has indicated that he believes in global climate change, not one of the other 15 candidates has indicated that they believe in it, and their statements are pretty bad. A hoax. I'm not a scientist. The science really isn't there. I'm still a skeptic, blah, blah, blah. Now, remember I talked earlier about how I don't see how a Republican can get elected in 2016 not being for these four priority things. Number one, a belief that there is global climate change. Number two, a belief that we must have concentrated immigration and comprehensive immigration reform. Number three, that we must increase the minimum wage. And of course, I can't think of the fourth one right now. I'll probably think of it right afterwards. And the other one could also be increasing taxes for the wealthy. I believe that was one of them also. But those four positions right now, the Republican candidates, outside of Lindsey Graham on one of those four, so you have 15 candidates times 4, that's 60, on 60 separate issues of 15 candidates, that only one believes in global climate change, because we know Lindsey Graham is for to increase the borders, and Lindsey Graham hasn't said anything about raising the minimum wage, and Lindsey Graham hasn't really said anything about raising taxes on the rich, which I'm pretty sure he's against. So of all of those issues among the 15 or 16 candidates, they agree with Hillary on one out of those 60. And I think that that would be extremely advantageous for Hillary as we go in it. Now, the more we have the corporate backing of the concept of renewed energy sources, the more we have the concept of we believe that there is global climate change and it must be addressed sooner rather than later. the more we, and remember, the only people who are who are against comprehensive immigration reform are older white people. And, those things don't look good. Those numbers do not look good for Republicans. I still think it will be a close race. They will vilify Hillary, but we will wait and see what happens. But right now, Hillary doubling down on renewable energy sources, I think a very strong strategic move on her part. And by these 13 major corporations indicating that they're going to invest up to $140 billion is also a very clear indication that this needs to be taken very seriously and very soon.